So I am back, and today I want to talk about some real shit, as usual. See all of the stuff that going on right now? Certain segments of society losing their jobs, people just getting incarcerated with no real charges and stuff like that. This was started by the very people that are complaining about it now. And this is important to understand. People reap what they just sow. So, while we do not condone people being incarcerated without reason, while we do not endorse people freedoms being eroded, we understand these same people are going to say it. These PNM stakeholders. Let me tell you something, huh? And let me explain to all you what a stakeholder is. Some all you know, but some all you don't know. If they are like kids and stuff watching me or whatever at some point, right? A stakeholder is any person who directly or indirectly supports or engages with an entity, from my understanding, right? What that means politically is people who vote for the PNM and have been known to vote for the PNM, to me, those are stakeholders in the organization known as the PNM. Now, let me explain to all you something. These individuals, these stakeholders of the PNM, are the ones who started this erosion of your freedom kind of thing. But they do it in such a way that it is not easily proven. And some of us have experienced their tactics already. For example, if you are against the PNM and their ideology, and what you're seeing now is karma. It is a very, very quick karma. And the mistake the PNM did was stakeholders of the PNM. I'm not talking about the whole PNM, I'm talking about stakeholders, certain stakeholders in the PNM. They did this to themselves. There are certain people walking around this island that were done wrong by stakeholders of the PNM, and what they are seeing is the results of what they have caused in the first place. And the thing about it is, you see, they had people that were praying for the UNC. Very, very, very gifted people who God love, genuinely love. They were praying for the UNC to win. And you see, God is the real boss. God's love trumps everything. So, as powerful as these stakeholders of the PNM felt when they were doing what they were doing to the population of Trinidad, and the chosen ones on the island of Trinidad, they didn't realize that they were digging their own grave for the higher executives in the PNM and the low-level grunts in the PNM that vote for the PNM. They didn't realize that. They didn't know because the devil has put a veil over you. And you don't realize what you're doing. It's only till you realize the consequences of your actions and it starts happening to you and your people that you realize maybe I shouldn't have done that. Because certain people in this organization, the stakeholders that I mentioned, them ultra slow. They're not kind of slow. They're ultra slow. These are the type of people that to learn something, you have to write it about 500 times in a notebook and it will then stick. But not everybody like that. Some people get information and they already understand it and memorize it. It happens that quickly. But these stakeholders that I mentioned before, they ultra slow at it now. So I know I would have said that things are going to get a lot better, but at the same time, things are going to get a lot worse for a certain segment of the population. And you know what? The people who are suffering for the mistakes of a few is a few that made these kind of egregious mistakes. Is a few stakeholders in the PNM that destroy the whole thing. And you all need to hold these people accountable, not the UNC, Don't cry about the UNC. The UNC is just doing God's will on this island. That's all happening. You reap what you sow, and they have to do certain things now to maintain a kind of balance in the system. Do not blame the UNC for happening. If you're suffering, you need to blame a few individuals, a few stakeholders of the PNM and their ideology. That's who you have to blame. I believe in mercy, but you have to highlight. God has to highlight the wrong that was done to certain individuals on this island. And we just sitting back and watching as we see it unfold. And the thing is, the retribution, the consequences are like 5 times worse than anything they could have done. Now let me also say something else. The Christian faith is where these type of dishonest people thrive. This is where they congregate. So if you see a bunch of like they have a PNM look, you know how certain people have like a PNM look? Certain people like you could just watch and like me and know that man ain't a PNM. But the PNM have a look, you understand? And you'll find that these people they congregate in like churches and stuff now. Especially the ones that was real evil. Yeah, you'll find them in church and stuff now because it's their last stronghold, you see. In the trenches, that's their last stronghold, is their last saving grace. But it is insulting to me personally. I take personal offense when people with a Judas spirit are talking as if they are connected to God. I take that personally. I feel personally offended by that. When these types of people could be quoting scripture and so let me give you an example, right? These people would you all ever dealt with somebody like this? Like they say something completely stupid. I can't sugarcoat it. They say something completely nonsensical, but then would throw in a Psalms. As if the Psalms from the Bible makes the idiocracy they're talking make sense. Or if it rectifies what they are saying. Have you all ever dealt with somebody like that? I take personal offense to that. I find people like that just all here. I don't know what to do. I don't know if you could pull in a pirogue and just send all here somewhere else. I would be all for that, honestly. Because this place would be so much better without people like that. But yeah. All everybody had to do on this simple, very small island is stay out of other people's way. Do not provoke others. Do not do things to try and get under people's skin. It does not lead to anything good. And this is the whole ideology of these people. These people live and breathe to do that, They just here to start chaos, consume, and destroy. That's it. That's their whole life script. I just have explained right there, This is it. That's what I'm here to do. And they're going to die doing that. Some of them have been fortunate enough to get some kind of resources out of the island. Some of them. So unfortunately for us, they still have their little minions on them. They give little breadcrumbs to, and they have them run around the place, causing chaos. And wherever they could cause chaos, they cause chaos. All I know what we're talking about. Like, have you all ever noticed that some people just here to cause chaos? Every time they open up their mouth, it's something negative. And so certain people, they have refined themselves because we are educated population. We went to high school and all these different things, right? So they have refined their English in a way where it doesn't sound negative, but it really is. It really is. And then they quick to quote a psalm for you. They quick to, and if you are against them, you're against the Bible. This is the strategy. This is the ideology I'm talking about. It cannot continue. We have to strategically get these kind of people outside of the system. And then this place will start to breathe again. Because right now we're in recovery mode, That is what this country has come to, We are in recovery mode, We were going to the point of no return, all this. So when I hear these type of people talking about, oh, vote out the UNC, they're wicked and stuff like that. Listen to me. If all you put these people back there, there will be nothing left, Mark my words, That is where they want to take this country. They will take this country into the ground, That is their modus of operandi. That is their objective, No matter how nice they sound, no matter if they in church, no matter if they walk around with a Bible, like, on their person, at every waking moment, you have to be very vigilant. Listen to somebody. Now that we're talking about the Bible, let me speak some truth from the Bible's perspective. It says, by our fruits you will recognize us. Look at the people that I am talking about. What are their fruits? What have they done in their lifetime? Zero. And the fortunate ones that have sucked resources out of the system will have you believe that I am successful because I have a car or whatever the case is. Let me tell you something. I had everything and more. And I could confirm to you that that ain't nothing, Money does not make you real. A car does not make you real. It never will. Someone like me, real with the car, without the car, same person, same realness you're going to get. But I tell you all here, if all you put the people with this talk, and let me tell you something, I have had the pleasure and unfortunate disposition to observe these types of people for years. I know what I'm telling all, I've observed them for years now. I observe these people, and how they move. If all you put God, alter all your thoughts, and put these people back there, there will be nothing left, That's where we reach, All they realize everything left, and now things coming back. It don't matter what they telling you. It don't matter how they song. It does not matter. The devil is a liar. The devil has become so educated now because of how educated we've become, so they can masquerade as something that they are not. The false prophets. I told you. Road to 12 million subscribers. I am gonna keep my word. All they think I capping, I'm not capping. The flights will happen. So, y'all, I'm gonna be like the general YouTuber now, right? I never did this before, right? But I'm gonna do it now. Y'all, like, comment, subscribe, share the video. if you found some comfort in what I'm saying, if this resonated with you, because you are beautiful, you are needed. God needs you. I need you. People like me need you. Men like me need you. We need you all healthy. We need you all okay mentally. We need you all okay spiritually, so that we could build this place up. That could be the place that God always intended for this place to be. I know some of you went through some of the worst experiences in life. Like, I know some of all you recovering, as I said. You know what I mean? They gaslight all you. They make all you feel like all you is going crazy. They set some all you up. They try to kidnap some all you. Literally, in my generation, in the younger generation, I've seen it all. There's nothing these people could do that surprises me again, I've seen them. The real them behind the mask. It's not something pretty, all very ugly, and God don't like ugly. God don't like ugly for long. And you cannot tolerate ugly too. So, giant train is coming our way. Don't know. Do not miss the train. Do not miss the train. Being distracted with these people. Don't miss the train. Or they be ready to get on Zion train. Leave these people far away from the train. Don't let them follow you and see what the platform is, because Zion train coming. You all like, comment, subscribe. Road to 12 million. Godspeed.